Hi everyone and welcome back to Retrospectreviews. I'm Vince and in this episode we're going to have a look at Pac Monster. Pac Man. So I got this Pac Man or Pacman, which I'll explain in a minute. I'm not sure, Christmas or birthday from my parents. Anyone familiar with these handheld consoles, you probably noticed there's a sticker missing here and a sticker missing here depending on which country you got your Pac-Man or Pac Monster from. So mine's from Australia and it was brought to Australia by Futuretronics, and there was a Futuretronics sticker here with Pac Man on it and a Futuretronics sticker across here. Got curious when I was a kid, wanted to know what was underneath this sticker. Lifted it up, all I found was this hole. I'm assuming that's to help let the sound out because the speaker is on the back. So if you're laying this down on the table, I can imagine the sound probably gets a bit muffled. That's probably why there's no volume control on this to let you hear it better, because the speaker would be muffled underneath. So maybe that hole was just to let a bit of sound out, but it was covered with a sticker. I did put it back, but unfortunately the sticker did fall off, and I'm assuming after a while the sticker here fell off to reveal that originally this was called Pac Monster. I do know the European and the American release were originally called Pac Monster, which is, I think, is the Japanese original name for it. You can see they have changed the name up here to Pac Man. That too on a European or American one is still called Pac Monster. And you could probably understand why they changed it to Pac Man from Pac Monster, because the P could easily be changed to another letter in the English language and a word that I don't think it was very kids friendly, especially back in the early 80s. So let's find out a little bit more about the history of Pac-Man or Pac Monster and how it got to Australia and who brought it here, and then we'll have a little bit of a play.
In Australia, Pac Monster or Pac-Man was licensed by Futuretronics. Futuretronics spearheaded the electronic boom in Australia with the introduction of the Atari 2600 in the early 1980s. Futuretronics licensed games from a lot of other manufacturers. This version of the Pac-Man game is identical to the CGL's and the Gacken's Pac Monster. This game features a large multicolored display and 2 skill levels. The screen for this game uses light-emitted diodes, or LED, to create a display made of lights. Later LED games used vacuum-formed displays, which allow detailed color sprites to be animated on the screen. Today, handheld and tabletop games rank amongst the most valuable and collectible retro game formats. This handheld, released under the name of Pac Master, the original Japanese version, was later changed for the English version of Pac Man. The handheld game takes 4 C batteries. The main unit consists of a display screen, off button that can be used to select Game 1 or Game 2, and a small yellow joystick. Move the joystick in any direction to move Pac-Man. Pac-Man can reach the opposite side of the maze by passing through the tunnel. The monsters come out of the base, one after the other, and chase the Pac-Man. Whilst escaping from them, the Pac-Man eats food pellets, which reward you 5 points. If caught by a monster, he is eaten. The Pac-Man increases his power by eating energy capsules, which are worth 20 points. Then the Pac-Man can then catch and eat the timid monsters, worth 50 to 200 points. The game is over when the 3 Pac-Men are all eaten by monsters, or the maximum 9,995 points are reached. In Game 2, an additional Pac-Man is given when the score becomes more than 4,000 points. In Game 1, the monsters start as 2 and then increase to 4. In game 2, it always starts with 4 monsters. Whenever Pac-Man eats all the food and energy capsules on a pattern, the pattern will automatically change into another. There are 8 maze patterns in total, one of which changes into another at random. When the maximum score of 9,999 points were reached, the score blinks on and off.
Now we know a bit about Pac Man, or Pac Monster, and who brought it here. Let's have a play. So that was Pac Man or Pac Master, depending on what you prefer to call it. Well, as you can tell, the volume on this is very loud. Sorry about that if you had headphones in. Yeah, so I did notice the joystick is a bit hard to move these days. I don't know if it was always like that. I do know there is a spring underneath here. Maybe the spring's starting to corrode. I might have to pull it apart and give it a clean, or maybe change the spring on it. Yeah, so with the volume, I can imagine my parents probably regretted buying this for me, and they probably wanted to throw it out the window, especially if I took it on car rides, which I do believe I have done, because we used to visit family a couple of hours away from where we lived, and I can imagine wanting to take this. I'm sure if there was a headphone jack for this, would have been greatly appreciated by my parents. It does have a power adapter up here where you can hook this up to AC power. Probably if we realised that when we bought the thing, could have saved a fortune in batteries, but I don't imagine I got batteries very often for this, just from the noise level. So that's my Pac-Man or Pacman. So thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, and if you'd like to see more of my videos, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because I upload a new video every Friday. And don't forget to share this video. So once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next Friday. Bye for now. Still a fun little console to play. The sound, I must admit, must have drove my parents up the wall, especially travelling in the car. How they put up with it is probably why